Radhika Khera, Abhijit Iyer Mitra, Tehseen Poonawalla, Advocate Anmol Pawar, Vivek Srivastav, and Tehseen Poonawalla. To you, I want to ask, why these constant questions that keep coming up on Operation Sindoor? Was it not a military action that did this country proud and avenged the Pahalgam attack, where we lost 26 of our fellow Indians, and that too in an abominable manner by asking their religion? Are we still trying to actually put salt on the wounds of the families who lost their loved ones by continuing to question Operation Sindoor?
Thank you, Navika. At the onset, condolences to those who were martyred in the terrible Pahalgam attack, where terrorists backed by Pakistan came 200 kilometers into India, checked IDs, names, opened the pants, made people recite the Kalma and shot them on the base of religion. We were all supportive of Operation Sindoor. I was on your show. But a year since then, there are some questions to be asked. There have repeatedly been intelligence failures. Pathankot, Pulwama, Pahalgam. Who's been held responsible? A year after that, if I'm not allowed to ask that, I would be doing a disservice. Yes, our strong armed forces smashed Pakistan. We completely obliterated them. They begged for forgiveness. The question today is the same Asim Munir who threatened to nuke India not once but twice. Once in America, once otherwise. Even the Saudi Home Minister spoke about it. Why is the same Asim Munir today the toast of the world? We know that has happened. There are questions that we need to ask our government with regards to what's happened. Have we killed those terrorists who entered into India? Yes, we hit the Pakistani infrastructures, the terror infrastructure. But those who specifically kill our Indians, what has happened to them? Have we got their identity? Operation Mahadev was success, but are those the same terrorists? Have we identified them? We haven't put that before the world. These are things that we have to ask our government.
Abhijit Iyer Mitra, you know, the same terrorists, were they killed, were they not? Is this, number one, an objective question, a valid question to ask right now? Tehseen, may I ask the question? Thank you. Abhijit. Sure. And you know, to continue to belittle the Operation Sindoor and Operation Mahadev, almost as if the Congress party, you know, did yeoman service to this nation after 26/11. How do they even get, you know, the kind of guts that they show by continuously questioning the Modi Sarkar when their own government, the UPA government, has a lackluster record on fighting terrorism?
So first of all, we need to remember that, you know, at the peak of insurgency, the life expectancy of a militant was exactly 1 year in Kashmir. Now it is down to about slightly more than a month. If they have not been killed, they will be caught and killed. Understand, you can't do general lockdowns and sweeping operations the way you used to, now that a huge amount of civil rights have been restored in Kashmir following the abrogation of 2019, number one. Number two, is it a valid question to ask, have they been killed? Yes. Therefore, the question comes about, does the Congress and do the CPI and AAP support the kind of cross-border drone-targeted killings that America and Israel carry out when they are unable to apprehend the victims of terror? Ask the three of them that question. I know Tehseen will say yes, but then the problem is Tehseen's not in the Congress, but see what the other two say. Number four. We need to understand what happened in Sindoor was spectacular by any stretch of the imagination. Not one valid Indian target was hit. Not one. Every single drone was intercepted. Even the ballistic missile was intercepted. Neither Israel, which is way ahead of us in defense, nor any of the Gulf states, which spend infinitely more than us on defense per capita, were able to achieve the kind of interception success rates that we did. We were pounding their capital. Not one bomb landed on Delhi. Many bombs landed on Islamabad. Many landed on Rawalpindi. Many landed on Lahore. Many landed on Karachi. Now, their definition of victory seems to be something like a Roman triumph, where the opposition leader Asim Munir is putting chains and brought in Delhi. Like, of course, our dear leader, the communist leader, did the German army. But then, according to his own barometer of victory, the Soviet Union lost World War II because Hitler ne to khud khushi kar li thi. Bunker mein baith ke, he wasn't marched in Moscow in chains. Therefore, the USSR lost the war, no?
Well, I don't know.
Stalin nahi hota, to ye duniya na bachti, sir. ये सुन लीजिए आप कान खोल के. And your beloved America, Your
A
beloved
man
America
who killed more Russians than Hitler did.
Listen to me, sir. That's okay.
Stalin killed more
You
of
have
his
to
country
protect your
than
ideology
Hitler.
and take the nation in the right direction.
You've just
It's not done.
handed.
And then listen,
You spoke
because
about
of his men-
Russia. You spoke about Russia. Vivek Srivastava, true to his allegiance, has brought in Stalin, Lenin coming up next, but advocate